Hey, welcome to sketch along number 3. So I am outside at the park, and I am going to sketch those kind of wooden kind of display or whatever. I don't know what you call that there by the side. Hey, let me go ahead and sketch that. So I'm starting as usual with the outline. So I'm looking at the shape. I'm looking how those 3 kind of wooden kind of towers are kind of aligned with each other and grouped together. Now I am kind of starting to add some shading. Now, I'm at the park. I did not bring my blendy pen or multiple pencils or anything like that. So I only brought my sketchbook, 1 pencil, and then I just have my fingers to blend. So as you can see, so this is a great example of if you don't have a blendy pen, you can use your fingers. And you can see how it did smooth it out. I personally, again, prefer the blendy pens, but fingers can work well as well. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm kind of adding extra detail to the outline. So those objects are wooden, they aren't perfectly straight. So I'm trying to capture kind of that irregularity of the shape of those objects that I'm sketching. So I'm looking at kind of the how the lines are looking, how they're kind of wavy and bent, how there might be like cracks kind of throughout the object. So right here, the object I was looking at had kind of like these diagonal lines. I ended up deciding not to even do that, and I just decided to use that instead of use it as a guide for my shading. So I'm not shading like vertical or horizontal, it's a little bit more diagonal. I'm blending it now in with my finger. And now I'm going through like all the way down it to kind of giving those little lines like wood looks. And adding some additional shading as well. Looking at this, you can already see the difference. So look at that smaller one I just shaded in and I just shaded it in versus the one I'm currently working on in this video, where it has the lines. You see the ridges and you can see the difference. You can feel the difference. It feels so much more kind of realistic compared to the other one where I just shaded it in only. So shading is so important, but depending on the object you're drawing, you want to capture like lines and ridges and that kind of stuff, because that is what really makes it look real if you're drawing for realism. And even if you're doing more of like a cartoony or whatever kind of drawing, even in those, there are certain kind of details, certain lines that you need to have so, viewers know what the object is. Okay, so now I'm trying to add a little bit of lines and kind of ruggedness, I guess you can say, to the smaller wooden object. And this sketch it was kind of done quickly. So in my opinion, it doesn't look bad, but it's not necessarily as realistic as I personally would prefer. But it's still pretty good. And again, the purpose of these videos is just sketching wherever you are with whatever you have. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me for other sketches.